I'm ThriceRisen, and I was going to do a review of this white dwarf featuring the Champions of Fenris, but then this arrived at my door. So I'm going to go ahead, I will save this review for another video, but I'm going to go ahead and crack into this because I can't wait any longer and I'm really excited about this. Alright, inside this really big box is a slightly smaller box. Let me get the big box out of the way. We can set to this smaller box. Behold, the Curse of the Wulfen Saga Edition. So, what we're saying is inside the big box was a smaller box, and then a smaller, but yet much prettier box. Toss the slightly smaller box out of the way. Already I can tell you this is a very, very nice cover. It has actual etchings here that you can feel. It has a good heft. Curse of the Wulfen says on the side, when fearsome fiend and twisted beast crawled forth from jaws of hell, steadfast stood the wolves of Rus to slay their warp-spawned foe. We have, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's kind of like an astromap here with some of the symbols of chaos. And more chaos-like iconography on this side. And this, of course, is designed to look like the annulus in the Fang, which is the Wolf's Fortress Monastery. It has a magnetic closure. Across the sea of stars did sail Fenrisian questing fleets. By storm-racked suns they set their course through darkling tempest deeps. Bolters roared and chainsword sang, a saga scribed in blood. Is that an A? Yeah. And howls the lost ones raised aloft to spurn the ruinous gods. This is number 927 out of 1250. Unfortunately, I can see that mine received a little bit of damage when it was put into the box. There's a slight tear here. So I will be extra careful when removing the books. We have a pull to get the books out. This is the first book, The Curse of the Wulfen, which contains, it looks to be the story, the saga of what's going on. We have details on the Iron Wolves. We have various statistics of some of the things going on in this. And the chapter 2, carrying on with some of the encounters with the Dark Angels. Grey Knights. The artwork is quite fantastic, I think. Has a sort of a comic book feel. Chapter 3, Judgment. Talons of Tzeentch. And then at the back we have Heroes of the Saga. It shows outlines and markings for, say, if you want to paint your armies up to look like the heroes of this story. Alright, so this first book is all lore. There's no stat lines in here. There's some painting inspiration for sure, but this is all lore. But second, we have the Sons of Rus. here in the table of contents, we have, this is where the actual rules come into play. We have the Wolfclaw Strike Force, Wolflord Crom, Ulrich the Slayer, Iron Priest, Wulfen, the various formations, Fire Howlers, Iron Wolves, Drake Slayers, Death Wolves, Black Manes, Champions of Fenris, the Great Pack, the Wulfen Murder Pack, Spear of Rust, Wordstorm Brotherhood, Ancients of the Fang, Heralds of the Great Wolf, Wolfkin, Curse of the Wulfen, and War Gear of the Fang. So this is all rules, with the new models which are on Games Workshop's website. Wolflord Crom, the new Ulrich the Slayer, who is amazing sculpt, one of the best models I've seen in a while. The new Iron Priest, the Wulfen, and then we have formations, which I've heard a lot of people talking about. The Iron Wolves, they're quite good. Very interested in playing those perhaps at some point. We have the Wulfen Murder Pack, the Spear of Rust. Now this is the one I'm interested in playing. The Psyker Combine, the Wordstorm Brotherhood. Incredible. I did some play testing with them the other day, and they are very, very good. They're pricey. The formation I fielded came out to about 550 points, but they made their points back for sure. The Ancients of the Fang is also quite good, depending on how you set it up. You could set it up as they have in the picture here with sort of a rifle dread formation, either with autocannons, multi-meltas, plasma weaponry, Hellfrost weaponry, or you can do like they have on the Games Workshop website, where they show 3 dreadnoughts with the Fenrisian Great Axe and the Blizzard Shield, and that is a formidable combination. You have Heralds of the Great Wolf, which is another one I'm very eager to try out. Some great special rules that they get there. The Wolfkin, not 100% on how I feel about that, but I'll get into that. I might make further videos with going over all these books in more detail. But Curse of the Wulfen, which I've already covered, and then the War Gear page that we've seen before, which, again, I've already covered that. The next book in here is the Echoes of War. This shows rules for the Echoes of War missions, which parallel the story of the Wulfen. So we have the Hostile Environments, Haunted Planet, Abandoned Defense Network, Ice World, and Ministorum's Shrine World. And then we have 6 Echoes of War missions and a campaign chart. I'm very interested to play these, and if possible, I'm going to try to do a battle report at some point in the future. Don't know when I'm going to be able to do that. I'm still waiting on a couple things to get lined up so I can start filming battle reports, but I'm going, my desire is to start filming battle reports of all of these missions. Finding players who play Chaos and other things so that we can play through these missions. I have no idea what's going... The only one I have seen anything of, spoiler-wise, is this one right here, of Wolf and Iron. It requires a Space Wolves faction. It requires you to be fielding the Iron Wolves formation and at least 1 unit of Wulfen. And the opponent must be playing Chaos Daemons. So I don't know anyone personally who plays Chaos Daemons in my area. I'm going to have to ask around and see if there's anyone in the area who plays it. But I would like to start filming battle reports of these. Just looking at this. Okay, the next one you have to be either Space Wolves or Dark Angels. And then you have, the other person has to be playing Daemons once again. So this one must be Space Wolves and Grey Knights, and a third player is Chaos Daemons. Very interesting. So that you must have Logan Grimnar, the Champions of Fenris formation, Brother Captain Stern, and a Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury must be taken. So these missions are very, very specific in what they call for. We have a Space Wolves player and a Chaos Space Marines player. We have Space Wolves player and a Chaos Daemons. Once again, you have to have 2 Warlords. Marines, Space Marines, and which must be Space Wolves or Grey Knights, and His opponent must be playing Chaos Space Marines or Chaos Daemons. And then we have the campaign chart. Alright, so the Echoes of War, I would love to start fielding these missions. I might, if I can't find Chaos players, I'll field a variant that uses similar rules. We'll try to adapt the rules and maybe come up with a unique campaign. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. Next we have... get it off. Scions of the Warp. The Chaos rules, which has a whole host of information. I am not a Chaos player. I'm not a big fan. But we have once again, the Decurion style formation that has all kinds of stuff in here. And then these bloodthirsters of various epithets. This one has a strength D axe. That's kind of crazy. And he has 6 attacks base. Alright. Then we have another Wrath of Khorne. Then we have Scarbrand. We have the Exalted Flamer of Tzeentch. And we have Be'lakor. Redone. We have Murder Horde. A Gore Thunder Battery, which fires an Apocalyptic Blast. The Warp Flame Host. A Burning Sky Host. Taliban and Rot Swarm. The Flare Troop and the Grand Cavalcade. The Infernal Tetrad, which are represent characters from the story. A Forge Host, which just includes 3 Soul Grinders. That's kind of fun. Khorne Warlord traits, Tzeentch Warlord traits, Nurgle, and Slaanesh. A whole host of new Warlord traits for your Chaos armies. And we have Hellforged Artifacts of Khorne. Hellforged Artifacts of Tzeentch with a Discipline of Change. We have the Hellforged Artifacts of Nurgle and the Discipline of Plague. We have the Hellforged Artifacts of Slaanesh and the Discipline of Excess. And then we have tactical objectives for the Chaos Daemons. So a whole new host of Chaos Daemons for Scions of the Warp. They have these rules in a separate collection that I know you can get access to. Alright, and then we have, what is this? Okay, so we have the Wulfen Murder Pack End rules on a separate token here. We have this very nice fabric. It's a Wulfen poster on one side, and I'm guessing... Alright, it's upside down. Let me turn this around, get a good view. Alright, can't really see it. It's a big poster. It's got a Wulfen. And on the other side, we have a big old star map. I'm trying to zoom out as much as I can so you can see across the sea of stars, it says. And then it has some lore to go along with that. So that'll probably go up on the wall and look really pretty. And that came in this nice envelope. And then at the base, in a foam backing, we have objective markers which seem to have come loose. So I'll put them back in. Alright, just to grab one of these out. So they have different iconography. No, they look to be all the same. So they have the Wulfen iconography on one side and a number on each side, and they have a decent weight to them, being metal. Excellent use of objective markers. And then we have, sealed in pretty neatly in there, we have the Wulfen die, which, let's see, I'm not entirely sure how you would use this. It looks like, okay, it has this result here. it has 3 results of a wolf's head and 2 results of a wolf's skull. So I'm not sure. It's supposed to be for the Wulfen table. Do these ones look different? Are they? These are the same, just different colors. So let me check the Wulfen table. Okay, so it's a 1 to a 3, a 4 to 5. Okay, so this actually corresponds to the dice, as I should have paid attention. So the 6 would be this result here. Then you'd have the 1 to 3 and the 4 to 5. So this is just a handy way to roll for your units. Those are really awesome die. And you could use them for any 1 to 3, 4 to 5, or 6 chart in your games. So there you have it, the Curse of the Wulfen Saga Edition. This is really awesome, and I do like the fact that they are neatly separated into various components, because that enables, you know, you don't have to drag out the whole thing to play with all at once. If you, like, I'm not going to be using personally the Chaos Daemons, although we could probably use the Scions of the Warp to proxy in Chaos Daemon's forces. Even though I don't have models or players who play them, we could use those to proxy them in, perhaps, to a certain extent. But I really like, this is what you need to play out of it for the Space Wolves player. All this stuff's going to be in here, and in the primary Space Wolves Codex, which I have the shiny edition of it here. You can get that Games Workshop website, of course, or at your brick and mortar Games Workshop store. But yeah, the only disappointment I have is this slight bit of damage. Other than that, everything feels great. Very good quality of material. Here I just went and put everything in without closing the thing correctly, so but there you have it once again. I will be filming a review. I might make a couple other videos getting more into the specifics of some of the rules. I don't want to spoil it all for you, of course, because that's not something I want to get into just for, you know, legality's sake, and also if I tell it all to you, that you'd have no reason to go and check out this awesome product for yourself. So once again, the Curse of the Wulfen Saga Edition. I'm ThriceRisen. Thank you for watching.